I'm Mike Sullivan. Okay, it's springtime, so we all know what that means. Time to get ready for golf. So today we're going to talk about putting, a couple putting tips, a couple things you can focus on that you can work on either outside on the practice green or inside the house to help you become a better putter. Okay, so I'm here with Steve. Thanks for coming out, Steve.
You bet.
Steve was in our golf class with Pat. I pulled him out of the lag putting class, so hopefully this will be good because we're going to work on making more putts, okay?
I'm all for that.
All right, so if we want to make a lot of putts, it should make sense that we want our club face lined up at an angle square to our target line so that we can aim our club face properly and strike the putt with a square club face.
Yes.
Okay, here's one of the problems with that, is we have a hard time getting good feedback. It's really, you see it all the time. Somebody lines up, say to the left, and then shoves it to the right, or lines up to the right, shoves it to the left, stuff like that. So what we want to do is we want to try to make sure we can line it up correctly, and then we can hit the ball on the center of the putter face with a square club face. Okay, now I just realized this as you came up with that putter with the white face on it right here. He's got a white putter face. Put it down here in this other small camera. My little system for checking center face contact is good with any color but white, so I'm going to have you putt with a different putter.
Okay.
So we're going to make it harder on you right from the get-go, okay? All right, so we're going to have you putt with this crazy looking thing, but it's a great putter. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We've got this device here from Dave Pell's Golf. It's called the Putting Tutor. And this Putting Tutor, you can see it's got a line on it to help you with where you're lined up. It's also got these little ball bearings here. And I'm going to adjust the ball bearings. I'm going to put them on the widest setting. Okay? So the idea here, Steve, is that we're going to try to roll the ball in between those two ball bearings. If we hit one of the ball bearings, it's going to be our club face is not square. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Makes sense? Okay, so I'm going to adjust the camera here. We're going to get right back to where we started. So do me a favor, Steve. Will you make a bad putt on purpose with a club face that's not square? So there you go. You can see it knocked off one of the ball bearings. You managed to knock the other one off, right? Now we're going to see if we can get this thing to square up some. So the next thing that's important to know, though, too, is that if we strike the ball, even with a square putter face, but that putter face is cutting across the ball, that would not be solid, and that's going to cost us distance and consistency in distance. So we'd like to make center face contact as well. So if you can roll the ball in between the ball bearings and strike it in the center of the club face, you've got a really good chance of having consistent speed as you putt as well. But we'd like to have a feedback for that, okay? So I'm going to get a little feedback device. This is foot spray, Gold Bond foot spray. The cheap foot spray doesn't work.
Oh.
It goes on, it's not, I don't think that there's enough talcum powder. It's like more propellant. So we'll spray a little bit on there. Okay, so now we have a white putter face.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Right? So now you're going to know if you miss the center. And also what's kind of nice about this device is, with this particular putter, it's total luck, but the putter tends to set up really square to that device because the way the colors are, lines are, and all that stuff. It just happens to look good. So let's roll a putt up there. So can you see how you can tell if the putter face is set up, open or closed, based on the device?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. Take a look at your putter face. Okay, we're going to adjust. We're going to pull this up here.
Pretty close. This
is going to get blurry. I'm going to do down there. So you can see that putter face dead on the center. You say pretty close?
Very close.
Okay, how far off could that be?
Yeah,
Do you have any?
Infinitesimally off.
Less than a millimeter, probably. Okay.
I love this grip on this putter.
Yeah, it's a forward press grip. It helps you press the hands forward without de-lofting the club. It's great. Okay, let's do it again. Great, good. Okay, so this is really good. But in order to get better, we want to try to reach for even more consistency, more excellence. So the way we're going to do that is, how do you think?
I don't know. Get more of the same.
Look, we're going to move the ball bearings closer.
Oh, move the bearings closer. Oh.
So we can move the ball bearings in closer. So if you're able to stroke putts on this device, and by the way, you don't have to go out and buy this device. I'll put a link in the description so you can buy it. I don't get anything from it. I think it's a great device. But you could use a chalk line with some tees and do a pretty good job with this. Right? But it's just overall probably better this way, right? Oh man, look at that. Good job. Now, one thing that I found in doing this, Steve, I had it set on the tightest tolerance and rolled a putt up the line, and the speed seemed to be consistent with all my other putts, and one of the putts just missed by a lot. Because the green's not perfect either, right? So what's nice about this is this gives us really good feedback. If we can, and again, take a look at that putter face. So he's doing a really good job making good contact in the center of the putter face. If you catch it a little bit low on the putter face, you might be hitting up on it a little bit. Does that make sense? If you catch it high, you might be hitting down on it a little bit.
Gotcha.
Good, put that ball in there. Make you do it. Good. So if you're able to roll, like, say, 8 balls in a row, say 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 without hitting a ball bearing, make them smaller, make them closer. Look at you. Good. So it looks like, by the way, we might be able to even adjust the line of this a little bit, don't you think? A teeny little bit to the right more?
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. Because the putt breaks a little bit. All right, look at this. Here we go. You're on the money, Steve. Did you know you were this good?
I didn't.
I didn't either. It's not the equipment, but it is nice to give you, you know.
Well, I have been putting here for the last 20 minutes.
That's true. It does give you a good sense of what you're trying to accomplish, right? Good square putter face. Okay, there we go. We hit one.
And
it wasn't too bad.
No,
so here, you just flip it around so that camera can see it. It's pretty good. Not too bad. Now, it's okay to maybe every once in a while hit one of the ball bearings. If you find that you're hitting it like 3 or 4 times out of 10, then we go ahead and we just make it easier.
Move it out.
Yeah, we move the ball bearings a little wider. Nice. Good putt, Steve. Here you go. Hit one. All right, let's focus on this one. I think you can do it. And so for you, you know, you're probably at the point where if you were going to have one of these things, you'd be playing between the middle setting and the tightest setting. It gives you 3 different settings. And then when you can roll it every time without hitting either of those ball bearings, you can make it a longer putt, because a stroke that's going to be longer, a firmer stroke, is harder to hit center face and harder to square it up. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Oh. All right, one more time. We'll make it a little bit easier. There we go.
Still pretty centered.
Yeah. We're not getting better unless we're really striving to do something that we can't do. Great job. Very good. So take a look at this. Look at that. Pretty close to center face contact. This device, this little putting tutor thing. Again, we're not getting anything for doing this, but it really is good to help you get a sense on making sure your club face is square at impact, because it's so hard to get really good feedback on, you know, am I square, is my path right, is everything okay? Between having the little feedback system on the putter face and having something with your putter face angle, it's going to help you go a long way, help you get better.
Good.
Thank you very much. Check them out.